Where's the ball?
Hee-haw. Hee-haw.
Is that a donkey?
Hee-haw. Who is this?
Cow.
Duck. You want to go get some other toys out of the toy box? Is that another cow? You want to play? You want to play? Meow. Meow.
Oh, cow.
Moo.
Cow. Cow.
Moo.
Cow.
You painted your tummy. Uh-oh. You don't stand up, I don't think.
Does that come off easy, Joe?
Go get some more toys. A hat. You gonna put the hat on? You wanna go in the playroom?
No.
Oh, no? Okay. You wanna do it? Show me how to do it. You did it. I don't know if I'll do it. All right. You can try it. Mm-hmm. Whoa. You want to stomp? Whoa. Uh-oh, try again, it fell out. That is Charlie's. Thank you. Yes, that is Charlie's. You gonna try it again? You want to slide? You're stuck. Are you gonna slide down? Yay! You want a snack? Jojo doesn't want it. You eat it. You eat it. Hold it? Okay. You gonna slide? I see. I see you.
donkey on their phone, hee-haw.
You go slide.
You looking out the window?
You did it.
Get it.
You did it.
Get it. Goofies. Goofies. Get it.
You did it. Good job, buddy. You did it all.
Yeah.
He's giving you some hugs. Aww. Aww.
Cute. I'm gonna. Graham, come look down here. Come look at Tails. To score the assessment of play or test of playfulness, there are 3 different categories for extent, intensity, and skillfulness. So TG scored a 3 for almost always in the extent category for his actively engaged. The intensity, he scored a 2 for moderately for being actively engaged, and a 2 for the skillfulness section for being moderately skilled and actively engaged. TG scored a 1, which means some of the time he decided what to do during play. And he also scored a 1 for maintains level of safety sufficient to play in the extent category as well. Tries to overcome barriers or obstacles to persist with an activity, the intensity that TG participated in this activity was moderately. For modifies activity to maintain challenge or make it more fun, TG scored a 1. He was slightly skilled in this category. Engages in playful mischief and teasing, he scored a 1 in the extent and in skillfulness categories. For engages in activity for the sheer pleasure of it, rather than primary for the end product, TG scored much of the time, which is a 2. For pretends, for the pretend section, he scored an A for both of the extent and skillfulness because pretends was not seen in the evaluation. Incorporates objects or other people into play in unconventional or variable and creative ways. He scored a 1 in extent and skillfulness. Negotiates with others to have needs, desires met. He scored a 1 in skillfulness. Engages in social play. He scored a 2 across extent, intensity, and skillfulness. Supports play of others was not applicable. Enters a group already engaged in activity. He was slightly skillful in. Initiates plays with others. He was moderately skilled in. Clowns or jokes was not applicable. He shares toys slightly in the skillful area, and he gives readily understandable cues. He scored a 1 in both the extent and skillfulness category. Responds to other cues. He scored a 2 in the skillfulness. Demonstrates positive effect during play. TG got a 3 in the intensity category. Interacts with objects. TG got a 2 in both intensity and skillfulness categories. And for the last category of transitions, from play activity to another with ease, TG scored highly skilled in this section. And on this chart, once you tally up the scores on the score sheet, you would plot them on this score sheet, which we do not have for TG, but I'm going to show you an example in the book. This line across here is the norms, and you would circle, see TG scored a 3 in the extent category, so you would go over here, find the extent category, and you would circle a 3. And you would do this for each one of the categories listed on the test of playfulness score sheet.